division that are equally as big, we will be champions. But there you go. It's an interesting season. Reading in turmoil once again.
We left the SCL for sunny Qatar.
Great stadium, nice friendly bunch up there.
Yeah, they are.
And they think they're gonna finish fourth. Not all bad news, Royals. Not all bad news.
Get strong.
Hello, my name's Laura Royal, and this is what Reading's League One season could look like. In the space of a month, we've had 3 charges placed on the club. This includes things like breach of sustainability rules, non-payment of loan wages, and non-payment owed to HMRC. We've also had some key players leave for next to nothing because of their release clause. These players include the likes of Tom Ince, who left RG2 for Vicarage Road 50k, as well as Naby Sarr, who left the SCL for sunny Qatar, and also for a fee of 50k, which is the same price as some BMWs. We currently have 8 players in our squad who featured first team football last season. Our squad is mostly under 21s, who lack experience and are uncertain of what they'll provide come next season. On top of this, our owner Dai Young has failed to meet the expectations of the business plan set by the EFL in regards to financial sustainability. Because of this, we've been hit with yet another transfer embargo, which means we cannot sign any new players, and we've also failed to pay the staff at the football club on time and have only been paid recently.
So guys, it's one thing I will tell you is, as Ollie's just led, Reading are in turmoil, okay, as a club. I think that much is true. However, it's definitely not dull being a Reading fan.
Very true.
That's what we say. I mean, you look at Mr. Dai and you think, well, how are you running it? How's it been run? Where are we going to end up with this? But Sir John Medeski came out yesterday and said, look guys, I am a biggest fan you've ever seen in Reading. I owned the club for 20 odd years. Just back Mr. Dai. So, you know what? Let's transition. Let's just transition. We can't knock it. We are where we are, but we've got some great fans. And what a division! What a division we're moving into. I mean, there's nothing small about Division 1 this season. I think the bookies said, as far as they're concerned, it's the most open division ever for Division 1.
True, it's a lot of big names in there.
Big clubs in this division. The likes of Derby County. What do they get? 30 odd thousand every home game?
Something like that.
It's just crazy in Division 1. You got Boltons, you got the Readings, to name a few. Let alone the other clubs that came down. Wigan and Blackpool, wasn't it?
Blackpool's a massive one.
Yeah,
can't wait to go to that away day.
Yeah, exactly. Fun times. But the bookies are also saying about Reading. They're saying, look, guys, you are hard to predict where you're going to end up. And actually, as loyal Royals, we kind of agree with them. It's going to be difficult to know where Reading will end up at the end of the season. I mean, I've got my views. I'm sure the loyal Royal himself has got his. But ultimately, the bookies are all saying it's about the players we bring in. Now, I think in some ways they're right. Equally, I think it's about the players that we've got. It's an interesting one because, we all want to forget last season. We've moved on. The summer's here. The season's about to start. And actually, even I and Ollie, we had to sit down and think, well, actually, who have we got? Who are our players? But we have got some quality still. I mean, come on. Andy Carroll's a forward. Going into Division 1, he's going to bang some in, isn't he? Come on. And then we've got the magic of Aziz. The wing wizard, the forward wizard. He's got some pace. I don't care what you say. For Division 1, he's got some pace. Okay, midfield, I think, we can talk about that. I feel we're light. Ajaria, I mean, gosh. What happened to him? He was the man in the Bermuda Triangle last season, wasn't he? He wasn't anywhere around. An ex-Liverpool player, and fell out with the management. Paul Inks, bless him, didn't want to play him. He was injured 1 minute. I don't know. Anyway, so Ajaria. Let's just say Ajaria. Hoylett, I think Ollie's pretty convinced that he's going to do one.
Yeah, he's definitely leaving.
So perhaps you can't count him, but we can count Mbenge. Now, Mbenge's there, and I don't know about you boys, but I thought he was a class act last
I
season.
agree, he was really good last season.
Good player. Now, I suppose you've got to go to the under 21s. You've got to think about Mamadi Kamara. He's a good player for midfield, so we've still got him kicking around. But for me, I think one of the major reasons that Reading went down was this man. Can you remember who I'm going to say? Hutchinson. Hutch the Hutch. The Hutch was awesome. You know, when he played, I just think, you know, I know he can play in defence, but I actually preferred him when he was like a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, he was quality. And I know he got injured. Paul Links, if he'd have had him at his disposal the last 10 games in Knoll as well, my gut tells me we may have still been up, but yeah, let's not go there. But yeah, so Hutchinson. Now, we move to defence, where I think we have some class defenders. I just hope and pray we keep hold of these boys.
Yeah.
So if you log on and you watch these, stay lads. You know who I'm talking about. Holmes. Tom Holmes. I mean, I think the bookies have said he is the most expensive footballer in the whole of Division 1. 4.8 million?
Something like that.
4.8 million quid. You know, he is the best player for the whole division. So let's hope and pray we keep him. Equally, the Mac. Tommy Mac, we need you. We need you defending for us. I hope you don't do one and go to Ipswich. Is that the reports on the
I don't know.
in the media? I'm hearing it's Ipswich, so Tommy Mac, stay. And then the Yids, our captain. I mean, Captain Marvel and the Yidom. I mean, what a player if we can retain him for Division 1. He's awesome. So, and then, for me, one of the best left wing backs in the division on his day. Okay?
On his day.
But Nestor Guinness-Walker, I mean, class. Again, so we think about these names and we think, shit, these are the players that we're actually bringing into Division 1. If we can retain them. So as much as I agree with you, bookies, about the fact that let's just make sure Reading sign some good players, they've got a chance. I actually kind of think it's a double-edged sword. Let's retain some of the people we've got. Let's retain these players. Okay, Joe Lumley, he's gone back to Middlesbrough.
Oh, I'm really sad about that.
I'm sad about
really
Joe
like
Lumley. I mean, Joe Lumley kept us in the game. Good shot, you know, stopper, but I guess the games are going to go a bit quicker this season because we're not going to have so much time wasted. Joke. But Dean Busness, you know, I think he's going to be quality.
Dean Busness, the keeper.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
right.
He's a good shot stopper as well.
Boyce Clark as well.
Boyce Clark, yeah, absolutely. I think he's quality. He's under 21s, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think
he's
so.
under 21s.
But you know what? Jokal Anderson.
I don't know.
I didn't know this. Reading fans, you may well already know this. 6'4", not bad, not too shabby for a keeper. 6'4", so you know we've got some quality there. And then we got Kelvin Ebihatomonium. Is that it?
Eddie Bastien.
I can't.
Kelvin Eddie Bastien.
Sorry, Kelvin. I know you're watching. But ultimately, a great player. And Jamari Clark, the Jamaican, right? Again, good forward. Under 21s, I know the last two, but you know what? If we can bring them through. And already it looks like we've got some players that will help us in Division 1. You know,
to bring in, aren't we?
We've got some. I think haven't we just signed Harvey Nibs, isn't it, from
well,
Cambridge?
the transfer embargo
Yeah.
obviously affects that.
Oh gosh, does it?
Well, we've offered him a contract, and I think he's accepted it. But we're just waiting for the transfer embargo to go.
Oh dear.
Because he's had a medical.
He's had a medical, so
Yeah.
it just depends where we are financially, I
Yeah.
guess. Well, again.
Oh, no, it's the transfer embargo. We've offered him a contract.
Oh, okay. So we definitely are having him embargo. There's no way we can get
I
out
think
of
so.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then who's the other guy?
Theo
Walcott, an ex England player.
Yeah.
You know, again, quite quick on his day. So we're going to need every bit of skill, determination, and we are going to have to cobble together again, judging by what Ollie's just said, a team. The crazy thing is, the bookies think that there's almost 3 certainties for going down in this division, which, you know, it's horrible when the bookies are so adamant, but unfortunately they're thinking it's Stevenage Borough, they also think it's Cheltenham Town, and they think it might well be Carlisle, I think. So, you know, sorry lads, not my view, but again, these are the bookies. But again, the bookies are saying it's such a big division. The top 6 there's some big names here. You know, I think they're thinking in 6th place it will probably be Blackpool, you know, which is interesting. I thought they may have put them a bit higher because I think Blackpool, well, they obviously came down with us. So 6th, they'll be hoping for better than that. 5th place, I think they're thinking it's Peterborough United. Again, fairly decent, you know, Midlands team. I think 4th place, they think it's Barnsley. I mean, Ollie and I travelled to Barnsley a few times away over the years, and great stadium, nice friendly bunch up there.
Yeah, they are.
And they think they're gonna finish 4th.
They just lost out in the final, didn't they?
They did, Ollie. You're right. And then again, the bookies apparently how they suss this out, I don't know. They think Reading are going to finish 3rd. So again, I suppose, if I'm honest with you, with all the turmoil, if we get into the playoffs, I suppose it will keep us fans happy.
Just
But
don't
really,
get relegated. Just
really,
please, just don't get relegated.
Reading, we need to get you in the top 2. But the bookies think we're not going to be in the top 2. They're pretty convinced that the first 2 teams will be Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah, I agree.
Finishing strong in 2nd place, automatic. And then again, we spoke about the might of Derby County because they're, you know, 30,000 home gates. Derby will be champions. But there you go. It's an interesting season. Reading in turmoil once again. Let's see where we end up. But come on, you R's. It's going to be a fun season. And a great season, by the way. I will say this. A great season for Royals for away days.
Yes.
Away days this season. I mean, look, we spoke about the top 6, the bookies thing, but let's not forget the other sides in this division that are equally as big. Bloody hell. Portsmouth. Huge club.
Massive.
Great away day. Who else we got? Charlton Athletic. Whew. London team. Great away day.
Leyton Orient.
Big Leyton Orient, but I don't think the bookies are quite so convinced they'll be. Oxford United.
Derby.
Come on. Local derby.
I mean-
Wickham Wanderers. Another great away day for us. And then you got the likes of, I always love going to Bristol. Bristol Rovers, come on.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. And Exeter. So, you know, you can build a bit of Exeter with maybe some beach, because it's not that far from some of the nicest
Plymouth
South
and stuff
Devon.
like
Yeah, exactly. It's great. So, you know what? It's not all bad news, Royals. Not all bad news. So what does it mean to us then, Ollie?
Well, Reading means well to us as a family. Me, my dad, my sister have been going for a long, long time, along with some close family friends like Sylvester, Alan, Fraser, Jezza and David. With that, some great memories, like the playoff final, the semi-final against Arsenal at Wembley,
Man.
and the playoff final against Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah.
It's not just football though, it's meeting up with friends and family, spending quality time together, and the ritual of chips outside the ground.
You know it.
Every Saturday, all weekday, is something to look forward to. Whether we're home or away, win, lose or draw, we will stay loyal.